What is this place? Where am I? I can feel something moving closer, watching.
Empress Emily Caldwin. I'm a friend of your father's from the bad old days. I never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a killer in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But Delilah and the Duke are flies in the ointment, aren't they? How many of your own subjects are you ready to slaughter? And what are you willing to become? 15 years ago, I asked Corvo that last question. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn, Emily.
It burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. What is that? It feels familiar.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can. Stars in the sky here. There isn't a sky. You shouldn't be here. No one should. In thousands of years, few have seen this place. 3 were empresses. There's a strange power in this place. I will never walk in the sun again. I know it now. The one who took my life walks the world still, but he has withdrawn.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
Such a short time ago, I was a girl, then a young woman, in love, then an empress. Now what am I?
slit a man's throat for a pair of shoes, and painted some of the most brilliant portraits of the age, all in the same year. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes sycophants of those around her. All of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game, and now she's an empress. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
When I was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is more off-kilter than I imagined. Everything has been turned inside out, but I'm not gonna stop fighting until it makes sense again. Karnaka's the southernmost port in the Empire, once proud but fallen into disarray. Under the new Duke, the Grand Serkonan Guard has gotten increasingly oppressive. Beatings and firing squads. The bloodflies are said to be worse than ever. This is the birthplace of my father. Megan Foster keeps to herself, like she's hiding something. But she helped me escape Dunwall, and for now, I need a place to stay out of sight. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back, even if I have to burn this city to the ground.
we'd done in the old days. All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say. Probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise. The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
When you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know. We've been en route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right, wherever he is. Looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the blood flies are bad this year.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
I'll always miss my lessons with Anton Sokolov. He made so many clever devices during my mother's time.
something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
You've explained part of it, but what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaca, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There were reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready. There are a few black market shops scattered across the city. Brisk trades in bullets and knives these days. Tensions are high in Karnaca. Things are falling apart and the Grand Guard is roughing up strangers on sight. Avoid them. You'll have to cross Karnaca on foot to reach Addermeyer. Rough going right now, with the riots and firing squads. I hope Corvo taught you well. Karnaca's not exactly a courtly ballroom.
Mortimer Ramsey. The Duke couldn't have pulled off the coup without someone inside the City Watch. I don't know Duke Luca Abel, but Corvo served under Luca's father and said Theodanis was a good man. Delilah. My aunt, if that's really true. She has a twisted way of looking at the world. This Dr. Hypatia, she seems to represent the good that's possible within the Empire. So the Crown Killer was a tool of the Duke's coup. The murders had a calculated effect. Sokolov seems so much older now. It looks like the overland route to the Addermeyer Institute goes through the carriage station.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
You to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot. You don't carry yourself like a spoiled royal, you know that? Corvo's influence, I bet. Trying to keep you alive. I've been through a lot too. But I have to say, it's sad about your mother. Sorry.
I can see why you like her. She's almost as secretive as you. Megan Foster. She wasn't always a ship captain. It was years ago. The two were inseparable. There was no food, but there was love. Those brief days on the street with her childhood friend. The happiest time she's known. Megan, she can be trusted. To a point. But I cannot see past the anger. That much rage can hide things. There was always hunger back then, on the streets of Dunwall. Hunger and fear. She learned to be brutal to survive. Back in Dunwall, she almost killed the crime boss called Slackjaw. Once, while he was getting a shave. Some nights, she wakes choking, hearing the screams of a young girl, watching her mother die. I can tell you that for years she was a smuggler, and worse before that. She has not always chosen her companions wisely, but she truly cares for Sokolov. I can feel it. I can see why she cares so much for Sokolov. Both of them are trying to atone for their past. But maybe there are things beyond forgiveness. She has secrets I will not reveal. She may tell you in time. It was not her hand that held the knife. Things would have been different for her if her young friend had survived the attack all those years ago. She is a woman formed of three fathers: a drunkard, a killer, and an artist. She fell in with the wrong crowd many years ago in Dunwall. The things she did. She can't forgive herself. She was with them on that day. A man haunts her dreams, like a father to her. A man with a scar. He hides himself, even from me. This one has a greater destiny, beyond Dunwall, beyond Karnaka. That's all I know about her. I'm tired. How long, my dears? How long must I endure in this shadow state?